Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rokah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson. I have below in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go, and I want to name the video. We are in the last days of the dollar. Alright. And Lord Will's brothers can see on the screen. I have this article here from the Zero Hedge. Basically more news about how the Saudis is getting ready to kill the petrodollar. Alright, it says a dollar collapse is now in motion. Saudi Arabia signals the end of the petrol status. Alright. And this comes on top of the news. I'm pretty sure all the brothers out there saw the video, because brothers been re-uploading it. With I guess they were bankers or whatever, basically in a secret meeting, and they were speaking about how basically a bail-in is coming or a collapse is coming, and basically they were saying that it's probably right now down in our best interest to go and tell the people, because the people out there are panic and go out there and there'll be bank runs, which I believe in a lot of places they're already doing that. People are going and taking money out of their accounts like every day, or at least every other day. All right. And that's why I believe a lot of these ATMs most of the time will be empty. All right. But yeah, they said in that secret meeting, they said that yeah, we basically gotta keep it on the low, basically, because a collapse is coming. Basically, they're gonna let it collapse and let everybody just go crazy. All right, basically, and that's what Esau wants. All right, order out of chaos, create the problem. All right, and come with the solution. All right, which the solution is going to be doing away with this current money system and the bringing in of the new money system, which will be an all digital money system, which will require you to have a microchip embedded inside your body to buy and sell. All right, that's the next global financial system, a digital microchip being put in your body in order to do transactions. All right, so that's what they want. All right, that's what they want. And in the video uh that the brothers have been sharing, the guy broke it down and said, yeah, basically there's like $1 trillion out there, and the insurance on that $1 trillion is on like $1 billion. So I mean, you do the math. A trillion is a way bigger number. It's a bigger number to like it than a billion. All right, so if there's $1 trillion to cover, and they only got $1 billion worth of insurance on that money. All right, again, you do the math. That doesn't add up. All right. So again, to cover their losses, more than likely what they're going to do is a bail-in. Um, this is a strong chance. It's a strong chance that this may be the end of the U.S. dollar. This could be it, man. It's a strong chance. All these videos, brothers are seeing, all these articles and things and videos. These financial experts have been speaking on, man. This is a strong chance, man. All right, strong chance. And if this happens, if this goes down, all right, the dollar is definitely done. Again, it says the dollar collapse is now in motion. Saudi Arabia signals the end of the petrol status. All right, which I did through the spirit of Bobby Al Bashim Al Shah. I did a video about this the other day, but this is an update basically. All right, showing how serious it is. This is an update every week. All right, about how the Saudis are getting ready to kill this thing, pull the plug on it. The decline of the currency's world reserve status, which is the U.S. dollar, often a long process, raffles and denials. There are numerous economic experts out there that have been dismissing any and all warnings of dollar collapse for years. They just don't get it, or they don't want to get it, and that's the mainstream guys. The idea that the U.S. Currency could ever be dethroned as the de facto global trade monarchs uh, is impossible in their minds. And that's Esau. The scripture say, the scripture say that his inward thoughts is that his house should continue forever. You don't never see yourself going down, but he's going down, man. You're going down, man. All right, you're going down hard too. One of the key pillars keeping the dollar in place as the world reserve currency, as the world reserve is its petrol status. Um, and this factor is often held up by the reason why the greenback cannot fall. The other argument is that the dollar is backed by the full force of the U.S. military, right? And that's the only thing that's keeping together. The petrodollar, in order for countries to purchase oil, they have to switch their money from their currency to U.S. dollars to buy oil. And tanks and guns and bombs is the other thing that's backing the U.S. dollar. Other than that, nothing's backing it. All right, the scripture speak about in Joel that matter of fact, let me get that because they mentioned about war, right? The military, which nobody's afraid of the. It's like nobody's afraid of the U.S. military, man. All right, the days are over. The scripture said that the weak say I am strong. All right, the Lord said, "Let the weak say I am strong." All right, this Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which are the other nations. All right, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all men of war draw near. Let them come up. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. And let the weak say I am strong. Right, the Lord said that the weak say I'm strong. All right, so these people out here, these countries out here, all right, they ain't afraid of the U.S. military no more, man. All right, because the Most High has given, first of all, most of these smaller countries, like them OPEC nations, they're all in allegiance with Russia. All right, the scriptures speak about uh, Magog and Gog and Magog being the guard unto him. All right, the BRICS nations and all that, all these nations are coming together against this place. All right, and the Most High is giving them the great equalizer, which is the nuclear missile. All right, so they're not afraid of the U.S. anymore, man. All right, they're not afraid of it anymore. It's like reading on full of the from full force of the U.S. military, and the military is backed by the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve, which is collapsing by design, by the way. All right, they want to collapse it because again, they want to bring in the next financial system, which is what we all know what that is, right here, right here, microchip. All right. In other words, the dollar is backed by the dollar. It's a very circular and negative, which it is. It's backed by nothing, man. But that, but the fact that you gotta trade your dollars, other countries have to switch their money to U.S. dollars to buy oil and the backing and tanks, bombs, and assault rifles and missiles is the only thing backing the U.S. dollar. Nothing else is backing it. All right, and they see the dollar failing, and like we just read in Joel, the Lord said, "Let the weak say I'm strong." So they're about to get ready to leave off from the U.S. dollar. All right, your Biden went over there and kissed the guy's ring. The Saudi Arabia kissed his ass, and basically went over there. He said he went over there for something else. All right, we know why he went over there. He went over there to beg them to ramp up oil production. And the Saudi prince told him, "Man, go to hell, man," because that whole deal thing with them pulling out of Afghanistan or whatever. All right, that whole treaty that they had about Afghanistan, Babylon reneged on it. All right, so they were like, "Man, you go to hell, man. All right, you can go to hell, man." And now they're getting ready to leave the U.S. dollar. All right, uh, what was that? All right, are not only passive among mainstream economists like it, they are also all over the place within the alternative media. I suspect. Hold on. Okay, I suspect that the main hangup of globalist establishment would ever allow the dollar or the U.S. economy to fall. Is the dollar system their golden goose? The answer is no. It's not their golden goose. The dollar is just another step towards the goal of a one world economic, which we all know what that is. The Karagma, and a one world currency, which is the Karagma. They have killed the world reserve status of our countries, and in the past they would in the past, why would they do the same to why wouldn't they do the same to the dollar? Right, because they're getting ready to kill it, man. Because they're getting ready to bring in the next system. Globalist white papers, and that's it. Specify outlines that the need of a demolishing role of the U.S. currency, well as a decline of the American economy in order to select it. But let me put it like this: select it economy in order to make way for the central bank digital currency, a new global currency system controlled by the IMF. I warned about this years ago, and my position has always been the derailment of the dollar would likely start with the end of the petrol status. In 2017, I published an article titled "The Saudi Coup Signal war and the new world order would start. I noted at the time that sudden power shifted over to the crown prince Mohammed bin Salman and indicated a change in Saudi Arabia's relationship with the U.S. I started that, which it did. It definitely did. Um, okay, let me read this part. Hold on. Mm, okay, let me read the part about the digital dollar. All right. In exchange of the corporation, the Saudis are being given access to the ESG, likely funded as well as access to AI advancements and the so-called digital economy. It sounds crazy, but there is much to talk about of an AI development. Which again, that's the Karagma. That's what they want. That's the ultimate goal. To cure numerous health problems and expand lifespans, which those kind of promises. It's not surprising that the Saudi elites would be willing to dump the dollar and oil. In 2017, I noted, and that's pretty much it. All right, it's a pretty long article, but that's really pretty much the whole article is good to read, but it's pretty much the spicy parts, I guess you can say. But yeah, man, this is it, man. Let me pull up this one more time, like I pulled up in the last one, Salaki. Salaki brothers, and again, I pulled this up the other day, but I'm gonna read it again. Lord was brother can see on the screen. I did a simple Google search. What would happen if America loses the petrodollar? It says, but if the petrodollar system ever crumbled, America would be stuck with lots of extra dollars that would no longer be in demand. These dollars would quickly return to the U.S., which would and more dollars in circulation, which will destroy the currency, which will destroy it. All right, completely. Like this article said, like it says, like it's saying right here, which would lead to massive inflation, which is going on now. But then it'll go to the next step. It'll go to hyperinflation. All right, and that's when you're really going to see things turn up, man, for the worse. All right, for the worse. So again, man, the Saudis are getting ready to dump it, man. And again, all these financial experts and spies are bringing out videos talking about how the dollar's day is a number, man. All right, and they want to do bail-ins. And me just speaking as a man, but what would be a more how can I say it? What would be um now would be the perfect. Now it's tax season. All right, people got money in their accounts. This would be the perfect time for a bail-in. This would be the absolute perfect time for a bail-in. All right, people are getting money. All right, everybody got some money in their account around this time because of tax season. This would be the perfect time for a bail-in, man. And that's just me speaking as a man, but this would be the perfect time, man. All right, the perfect time. All right, this Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 14. Salakia, verse 19, Salakia. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They should cast their silver in the streets, and their gold should be removed, and their silver and their gold should not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. And they should not satisfy their soul, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block for their iniquity, right? The Lord said they should cast their silver and gold to the streets. Why? The silver in the streets, why? Because it's going to be worthless. That you and the silver and gold we use today are so-called U.S. dollars. I mean, Salakia, are U.S. dollars and debit cards and all that. You won't see credit cards all in the streets. You won't see dollars all in the streets because they're going to be worthless. Completely and utterly worthless. All right. If the Saudis go through with this, which is a strong chance they might, like it just said in that Google search, all right, more dollars are going to be in circulation and inflation is going to go through the roof. It's going to be so bad, hyperinflation is going to be so bad that people are going to be throwing money in the streets because they ain't going to get them nothing. Like not Zimbabwe, but what was that? What was that, man? It was a country where dollars was just all in the street like paper, man. Which all it is paper, like trash. It was just all in the street like trash because it was worthless. All right, it took so many dollars to buy stuff. They said, man, fuck it, man. We just gonna steal it, man. And that's what people are gonna start saying here in Babylon the Great. All right, the cost of things is gonna be so expensive, and they ain't gonna have the money to buy it. They just gonna say, fuck it, man. Just go steal it. And that's when second is the 15th chapter comes into play. This Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the Karakma, which we know what the charagma is, in their right hand or in their forehead. Verse 17, that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, the charagma, salake, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right. So they're gonna have to push this current system out of the way. All right. They're gonna have to push this current system out of the way, man. All right. And one of the quickest way to do it is to end the petrodollar, which it looks like we're on the road to that, Lord willing, man. So with that, I pray this lesson will be fine. I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.